I was going to go through Rush, and I just remember vividly standing outside during formal rush on the sidewalk waiting to come into the SAE house, and you'd hear all this screaming and yelling going on in the living room, and then all of a sudden the doors and the French windows in the living room would go flying open, and the guys would come jumping out of the windows and would start, I think it was Riding a Storm Out was the song they were playing on the stereo, and then they'd sing, Come Sing, and there were about 80, 90 guys doing that, whatever, and it just kind of gave you a chill standing out there going, what are these guys all about? And so that really, I think, was the clincher, was just seeing how they did things. So sophomore year, moved into the chapter house and lived up in the RT room, and there were four of us, John Robinson and Gary Clark from St. Louis area, and Clayton Wilcox from Waterloo, and I just remember the four of us, had two bunk beds in the back part of the room, and then the front area was where we would just sit and hang out. And I remember we'd lay there in bed at night, and somebody would say something, and you'd just start laughing, and it would go back and forth, and it was like, the last guy still awake always got the last word in, so, but it was those sort of things. It was sitting in the living room or here in the library. I think the SAE experience here, again, being from a small town here, and I met people from Chicago and all over the country, and you really learn how to deal with and get along with people, various kinds of people that are very different from you, come from different backgrounds, and I think you come to get a real appreciation for the diversity and different people's perspectives and why they have those perspectives based on what their background and stuff is. Since graduating in '78, probably one of actually would be my fondest SAE experience was 7 years ago. And that was when about 16 of us graduated in '78, took a stag, it was our 25th reunion, and we all went out stag to Las Vegas for a 3-day weekend. And guys would kind of show up. Some of them I had not seen since we graduated. It had been 25 years. And they walked in, and the first night we get together at a restaurant and we're having dinner, and it was just like we'd seen each other the day before. Well, I think there are so many causes out there that we could all give everything we have and still not meet the needs. And so you have to prioritize those things, and I support the things I think that are closest to me. I support things in my community at home because it's important that my small community prosper. And I think I look at, again, the experiences that I've related earlier, and I go that experience was so important, has been so important to me, that I want to share that experience and provide that for the young guys that are here now. There were alumni back then who made the effort for SAE to be here at Drake, for me to experience it. And so now I think it's my time to do that. A true gentleman. A true gentleman is a man whose conduct proceeds from goodwill and an acute sense of propriety, and whose self-control is equal to all emergencies. Who does not make the poor man conscious of his poverty, the obscure man of his obscurity, or any man of his inferiority or deformity. Who is himself humbled if necessity compels him to humble another. Who does not flatter wealth, cringe before power, or boast of his own possessions or achievements. Who speaks with frankness, but always with sincerity and sympathy. Whose deed follows his word. Who thinks of the rights and feelings of others rather than his own, and who appears well in any company. A man with whom honor is sacred and virtue safe.